Hi, welcome back. I am Nisha. So this video is the continuation of data structure part. So in the last video we already discussed about push operation, the algorithm and the C++ function for writing that push operation. So today we are going to talk about pop operation in stack. Pop means deleting an element from an array. So how to implement that pop operation in stack? So it's very simple. Please watch the video completely. So before implementing this, I put some important points for that pop operation. So just see this. First one is retrieve the element at the top into a variable. So what is top? Top is a variable focusing on the topmost element of the array. So retrieve that element at the top into a variable. So just retrieve that value and store it in a variable just to see which element is on the top. Okay. Then what is the next step? Decrement the value of top by 1. So if you deleted the topmost element, then the top is focusing on which element? Just below that element. So we want to decrement the value of the top by 1. So only these two steps are needed when you are popping an element. Let's see the next step. After the deletion of that last element, the value of top becomes -1. Yeah, we are deleting the element, right? So we are decrementing the value of top by 1. So when we reach on -1, now the stack is empty. And if we try to delete an item from the stack, an unfavorable situation arises. This situation is known as stack underflow. Understood? What is stack underflow? So when you are deleting an element and we reached on -1%, now top is in -1%. Again we are trying to delete an element. So that is an unfavorable situation. So that situation is known as stack underflow. Okay, so what is pop operation? What all steps are needed for popping the element? So first we want to retrieve the topmost element and store it in a variable. Then the next step is what? To decrement the value of top by 1 because only one end is there. Is it? For the stack, that is top. Last in, first out. Is it? So we want to delete the element. There is no question which element do you want to delete. So there is no such prompt for that. So automatically the element on the topmost position will delete it. That is pop operation. So we want to decrement the value of top by 1. So when we reach on -1 and again we are trying to delete an item from the stack, an unfavorable situation arises. This situation is known as underflow. Got it? Okay. Now I'll show you one example. So now we can check the example here. See, stack is the array. Top is on fourth index number, say 4, index number 4. That means on the fifth element. 5 is the maximum size of the array now. Now I am going to pop an element. Okay, pop. I clicked on the pop. So top is equal to 3 now. Decrement the top value to 3. Is it 4 minus 1? 3. Now what is the condition of array? See the array. Top is focusing on which position? 3. Is it? That means fourth element. Again I am going to pop an element. Now what will happen? -1 again. So top is equal to 2 now. Now what is the condition of array? See, top is focusing on which element? 2. That means the third element. Is it? Yeah. Again popping. Okay. Again popping. So top is equal to 1 now. Now what is the condition of array? See, top is focusing on 1 now. That means the second element. Okay. Second element. Again popping. So top is 0. So when top is 0, see the array, top is on 0th position. This is the last element now. Is it? Only one element is there. So again I try to pop the element. So top is -1 now. See the array condition of array now. Top is not focusing on any element here. Top is -1. So again I am trying to pop an element. So what will happen? Nothing is there. If top is -1, that is known as what? Stack underflow. So we'll get a message underflow. The situation is known as underflow situation. So when top is -1, that means stack is empty. So it is called, that situation is called underflow concept. Clear? Now we can implement the algorithm for this pop operation. Okay? So pop operation, then how to implement the algorithm, how to perform this pop operation in stack. Let us check. Step 1 is stack. Step 2, if top greater than -1, greater than -1. Why we are checking greater than -1? Yeah, if top is focusing on greater than -1 position, that means the array is not empty now. There are elements in the array. So we can pop an element of that topmost position. Is it? It's not underflow. So if it is greater than -1, then val is equal to stack of top. This step is just for storing the value of which one we are going to pop in. So in val we will get that element. Okay. So val is equal to stack of top means the topmost element we are retrieving to val. Then the next step is what? We want to decrement the top value to 1. Is it? Top is equal to top minus 1. We are decrementing the value by 1. So top is equal to top minus 1. So these are the steps needed for popping an element if there is an element in the array. But if the condition is false, that means top is equal to -1, then what to do? Yeah, else, see, print stack underflow. So if top is -1, it is underflow. Otherwise, retrieve the value to a variable and decrement the value by 1. Clear? So these are the steps needed for writing an algorithm. So just see this once more. Step 1 start. Step 2 we are checking is it -1 or not. If it is greater than -1, then store the value on the topmost position to val. Val is equal to stack of top. Then we are decrementing the value by 1. Top is equal to top minus 1. Then if this condition is false, so we are moving to else. Print stack underflow. So end of if, then stop. So these are the steps needed for performing the pop operation. Clear? Now we can check how to implement C++ function for this one. So here we'll check C++ function for pop operation. Okay. So here the variable top is a global variable. Okay, for performing this pop operation. It's a global one. So we don't want to pass that value to this function. Okay. Now the function definition. So this is the header here. Function header. Int. Int means return type is an integer. Pop is the function name. And in bracket, int stack empty. Square bracket. That means we are passing the array to this pop function. Clear? So this is the header of that function. Now what are the steps? Int val is equal to 0. Int val. Val is the variable here. Okay? Val is the variable. Int val is equal to 0. Assigning. Then if top is greater than -1. If top is greater than -1. That means if any element is there or not. We are checking. If it is greater than -1, then what to do? Val is equal to stack of top. So on the topmost element, we are assigning into val variable. Then we are decrementing the value of top. Top minus minus. Okay, so these are the two steps when the top is greater than -1. Now, if it is false, that means top is not greater than -1. That means top is equal to -1. So we will get Cout underflow. We are printing a message underflow. Now see the last step, return val. So int, return type is integer. So which element we are going to delete it or popping? That element we are returning to the calling place. Okay, to main. That's why we are putting return val. Clear now? So this is the function pop. So int pop, int is the return type, pop is the function name, and we are passing the array to this function. Then the statements are, first we want to declare an element, variable for assigning that topmost element. So val is the variable here. Now we are checking any values there in the stack or not. So if top is greater than -1, that means there is an element. So we can retrieve that one. So val is equal to stack of top. So this is the way of retrieving. We will get the topmost element to this variable. Then we are decrementing the value by 1. So top is top minus minus. So top is equal to top minus 1. Okay, else means top is equal to -1. If it is top is equal, if the top is -1, then see out it is underflow. Then return that value. Okay, return which value? The topmost element we are already assigned in the val that we are returning at the calling place. So this is the function for pop operation. Clear now? The same pop function, I put it in a different style. Just see this. This is the normal style. The last slide, how we put the same one only. But here see, int pop array we are passing. Int val is equal to 0. If isEmpty checking. See, isEmpty. It's a function. It's an operation of stack. isEmpty. So if isEmpty, we are checking is it empty or not. If it is true, we will get a message underflow. If it is not true, else there is a value in it. It is not empty. So we can store the topmost element to val, and top we are decrementing to -1, then return val. So what is the isEmpty function? Just see this. isEmpty. Int isEmpty. Int isEmpty. There is a return type. Okay. There is no passing argument. isEmpty. So we are checking if top is equal to -1, return 1. If top is -1, it is empty. So we are returning 1 to the calling place. So if it is -1, we will get if 1. If it is true, we will get a message underflow. Okay. Else, if top is not equal to -1, we can return 0. Return 0. So if you get the answer as 0 here, so it automatically moved to else portion. If true means if 1, we will get underflow message. Understood? So this is the best method for writing that pop operation, because isEmpty function is already there. We can use it for some other purpose also. So isEmpty, it's for checking the array is empty or not. This function we can call it from here. So we will get a message, is it empty or not? That means we will get 1 or 0. If it is 1, that means it is empty. If it is 0, it is not empty. Clear? This is pop operation. This is the style of writing. This is a C++ function for the pop operation. Clear? I hope you all understood the concept of pop operation. It's very simple. So in the next, I'll show you how to implement all these functions together in a C++ program. Okay. So till then, take care. Bye. Thank you all.